Welcome back to hour 2 of Harvest Valley, episode 7.
Hour 2.
We were just in the woods, and I thought I heard something, and I saw some eyes, and I went to go see what it was, and I scared it off. It scared it away, and I'm sure we'll never see it again.
Never.
Never.
So, getting this thing back to town.
Yeah, that's a, I don't know. Well, whatever that was, it's gone now. We need to get this back to town. You're right. I thought
So,
you.
question for you, my friend Golden.
Mm.
Would it be fair to say that my woodcutter's kit would have a serious system of like pulleys and like ropes that are like made for attaching? Like, obviously, we're not just going to be able to haul this thing out, but
Yeah.
like it would have stuff that you could potentially like attach to a cart or attach to something, basically rig up the tree to pull.
I mean, we're
Yeah, I
probably.
mean, you would have to have those things already just so it would fall where you want
Right.
safely. I mean, without the guidelines, you're basically just trying to kill yourself. So,
Right. I mean, I think yeah. So I've got like all that kind of stuff. So here's my plan.
And we like cut the limbs off it or whatever, right?
Yeah. I imagine that like as we like hatchet off the limbs and stuff, Ned is telling you his plan.
Yes.
It's like,
Tell me your plan.
all right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna rig up the tree. Then I will devise a series of makeshift wheels to put under the log, and we'll just wheel that sucker out.
Oh, that's a really cool idea.
I don't know if it's even possible. I don't think a single man has ever attempted this, or woman.
Well, I'm willing to give it a shot.
So what I am proposing is what I believe would be an engineering test
sure.
to rig up some sort of like from the like tree bits and like the different things at our disposal, essentially rig up a way of setting this larger tree on like rounded wooden blocks and like rolling it on out, like creating
All right.
like wooden rollers.
So, yeah, it sounds like an engineering test. I think the consequence, you're going to have big wheels. Also get stuck in the mud.
I'm almost envisioning it being more like where it's like rolling and we're losing wheels, and then we like go back and put the wheels back under it because we only have to get it up one time. That's the hard part in my mind.
Right.
So then we like slowly transfer the pieces of wood so that it has something to roll on forward.
So yeah, and I was picturing like you take those like the pulleys and stuff, and then you like slice off part of the limb, and then you just fashion that into a wheel, and you just like tack
Oh,
it
that
onto
would
the
be kind of
side.
cool as well, actually.
And it's like a pine box derby car only.
I'm trying to like
An ash
imagine
log.
what's gonna be like a simpler way because I don't have engineering. That's like the big thing.
Well, let's look at the engineering odds.
Oh, I just realized we have the same shirt, by the way.
We didn't even
Matching.
Hold on, we gotta go all the way up. There we go, Nerps.
Matching product placement.
We did not plan that.
Anyway,
Engineering's for constructing structures.
Hmm.
You could make a mobile structure.
I mean, is there what? Let me see what the skill that the tinkerer gets, because there's a tinkerer life path,
Yeah,
and
I
this
thought it
feels
was-
like like inventing feels like it could be a skill, if that makes sense.
Architects for buildings as well.
I mean, like those are also just suggested obs, so like
Yeah. I mean, the actual skill description.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying for sure.
It's just carpentry.
I feel like for like understand, I don't know. For like the
There's
thing
almost
that
like
I'm
a
thinking would
word
be the
for
hardest
making
part is
wheels.
like creating the fulcrum that you would need to get the
Okay.
log up onto these rollers.
Oh,
That is what I would imagine would be the hardest part.
there's actually a Cartwright skull.
Oh, that's
There sure is. But we're not even making a whole cart. We're just making the wheels for it.
Right.
we're not even
Yeah.
really making wheels. We're just making like something to like. I'm imagining this almost being like the like rollers at the airport. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm.
If you were like picking them up and putting them down in front of something,
I
so
mean,
that you could like
that's like a
make it
way
easier.
they do things like that. That's how that's a
Well,
legit method for moving stuff. Like,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, we could. I think it's. We should just make a call. I could see like anything from like laborer to like um uh engineer. I mean, I don't know. I think we should
Oh,
just
yeah.
make a call and move on.
That's just a little rough for me because it's just a huge list of skills that we'll have to look through.
um, like I mean, you can find some different stuff, and like I think there's some overlap here. So I think it's fair for
Right.
us to just sort of decide what.
Yeah, if you want to try engineering, that's fine. Do you
I'm
want to
just
learn
trying
that?
to think. I'm looking at because there's like some sort of just general like laboring skill, and this might be something like that. I'm trying to see if I can find it real quick before I just make a call because that might make more sense for like what I described.
There's not a laboring skill, but you're probably thinking of hauling.
Hauling was what I was thinking of. You're right. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
think maybe
for
hauling is most important. Most no, what's
that's
that
for
for?
carrying it on your back.
Okay, yeah. All right, screw it. All right, let's just do engineering.
Yes, engineering. Let's just do that.
I'm guessing perception and agility.
Um, just perception.
Just perception.
If
Cool.
you fail, the log is going to roll down the hill. It's going to be very hard to get back up the hill.
Yes. All right. Do you have any suggestions while I'm coming up with this plan to help me there, Ashlyn?
I don't. I mean,
So I don't have the skill, just to be clear. So you can help with perception. Unless you're not helping.
could I help with mending?
No, because he doesn't have the skill. Oh wait.
So skills can help stats.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think mending is right here. But you can help with a stat.
Okay, I'll help with the stat then.
I could see maybe helping with power by like. There's definitely a lot of lifting and pulling going on in this situation.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or agility would work too. Or speed even.
I mean, or just perception if you're like helping me like think out this plan.
What's the ob gonna be?
Could be abs too.
I mean, yeah, I kind of like the idea of power. She just like brute forcing it, you know.
Cool.
Not that I'm gonna get a test out of this anyway. So.
All right. Well, this is doable here. This is doable for me. I've got 5 perception plus the 1 helping die.
Nice.
So modifiers going to be 1. No Artha. Base op 2. All right, so
All
I have
right.
a 6, but I need to hit 4 because I don't have the skill. I should have
Right.
put this in being learned. I always forget to do that until after I've rolled it.
But you got that 6. Got that sweet,
It's
sweet 6.
true.
Down
So
the
I
hill,
will
down the hill.
might as well fade it.
No.
Yes.
Yay! It
All
works.
right. So you successfully get this tree wherever you want to go. Back to the farm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then we
Okay.
can cut it up and build some houses, do some stuff.
So you're going real slow.
Yeah.
Like I can see this taking several days.
Yeah, probably. Like we get
It
it like
almost would have to.
yeah, we get it like part of the way, and then we're like, well, let's walk home and go to bed, and then we go back the next day, and then we push it further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we
Well,
like
that
enlist some help the second day or something. People are like kind of fascinated by this like weird contraption that we've jury rigged to get the log out of the forest.
Yeah, you want to try and get some help?
Sure. Why not?
Let's circle us up some help, and then we'll take less time.
Yeah. Okay.
I can
Maybe-
make the roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you
Go
want.
for it.
So I think like we get like a little scene. Are you helping, by the way? Are you interested in helping?
Yeah. Yeah. I will help.
So maybe it's like both of us in the morning, like at the I can't remember what the little breakfast place that we go to is called.
Yeah, the diner, the Weathercroft diner.
Weathercroft Honor. Yep, that's it.
So we're at the diner, and I think Ned and Ashlyn are maybe like having like a little breakfast before going out. You know, you gotta have like your eggs and your sausage. You gotta get some energy food.
Okay.
And we see like Ned is like kind of standing up on a seat and like talking to the whole room and like kind of like bragging about this giant tree they brought down. And he's telling it like a fish story, right? So it's like, and you should have seen it. At first, we were just gonna knock the sucker down. It was just gonna smash, break everything. Would have been ruined. Now, Ashlyn, she got us some great leaves and soft grasses or something. I don't know. We made this thing, and then I called the shot. I was like, it's landing right there. Boom. Hit it dead on, safe tree, right between the goalposts. It was you should have seen it. You gotta see this thing we got going on here. Come on. Everyone come
It's a really
look.
impressive tree, and it's amazing what Ned managed to jury rig together so we can get it back to town.
Nice. All right, yeah. So it's gonna be Albus 1 circle test. And for every success you get, they have another help.
I'm muted.
I didn't even realize it.
Can I use my 1 die reputation for being the runaway from the townsfolk, that kid who ran off to the city and now is back?
Yeah, sure. People will recognize you.
Cool. All right, so that's 2 dice of helping. Well, let's roll it. Base ob 1. I'm
Just
re-rolling
1.
that 6. Down to 1 fate though.
Nope.
Not going to do it.
No.
So we got 1 person.
So the only person that would be in town is Arya. Arya is the peddler. She's wearing like heavy blanket, and it looks more like one of those brightly patterned rugs, and Arya says, "Wow, you guys are pulling that heavy thing all the way to town.
Yeah.
I'd love to help. I gotta do some more work before I get my allowance this week." And she's like, say she's like 16, but she still needs allowance.
I think Jinx is probably just like jumping around and messing and playing with the ropes and the pulleys. And yeah, I think Ned just kind of like nods and goes to like keep going if
Mm-hmm.
unless Ashlyn has something to say.
No, I think that's good. I don't
All
think
right.
I think that's fine.
See, I think she'll cut a couple of days off. So let's say it takes you guys 5 days instead of 7.
Cool.
Sure.
And
I'll
Arya,
take those days.
whenever Arya is, you guys are taking their break. She wants to play with your monkey, with Jinx,
Mm-hmm.
and she's got like little tassels on her coat. She just flings them around, and Jinx tries to catch them.
Yeah. He probably like messes with her a little bit as well. He's a smart little feller.
Oh, is he a
Uh,
prankster?
Yeah, I mean he's like a monkey, and actually this kind of monkey that I picked is actually like known to play tricks on each other.
Okay.
So yeah, that's
You got a
a
trick, or you want
thing.
me to make one up?
No, you should make one up. I have no idea what he does.
Okay. You don't know what he does.
Okay, cool. He does something though.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, so once we get it back to your house, Ashlyn, are we doing a carpentry project, or do you want to do something first, or
Sorry, I had to unmute myself for the stream. I mean, yeah, I think a carpentry project is pretty good. I mean, I have some other stuff I need to do, but I think bonding with Ned over carpentry is good.
Sure.
all right. All right. Yeah.
So I imagine you guys
Let's
just
do
plug
it
this
up.
tree into your backyard, and
Yep. That's
you're gonna cut it into logs.
you cut the logs.
Logs and I don't know anything about actual carpentry, Golden. So like I don't know.
I mean,
Planks,
usually you would
beams.
take this to like a sawmill unless you have like wood. It's wood cutting, woodworking.
Is tree cutting and wood cutting two different skills? That would be insane even by burning wheel standards.
I guess it would be pretty insane.
No. There's no wood cutting. I'm pretty
So
sure
you
tree
as-
cutting includes like taking the
Yeah,
tree apart.
to be used as lumber.
Correct.
Okay. So yeah, it's still a large tree, but your intent is different now.
Yeah.
I'll give you a
So I
plus
guess
one.
we're
Plus
kind of
one advantage die because you've got it where you want now.
okay. So yeah, I think this is like probably a linked test into the carpentry that I'm going to be doing. Does that make sense to you?
Sure.
Cool. And yeah, my intent is basically I want to break this wood down so that I'm not just leaving me and Ashlyn aren't just like leaving a giant log in the middle of Bish's farm for the entire time that we're doing the project.
Yeah.
That's like
I mean, it's totally fine. I wasn't using
it's
that
like
part of the farm
middle
anyway.
of planting season as well. So like
Yeah, it's kind of the thing, right?
I have a belief on the line a little bit on that because like I want to make sure that I'm like making the farm better and leaving a huge piece of wood in the middle of the area where Ashwin could be planting crops is not really doing that. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense. Like if you fail, then you're not going to. First off, you're not going to be able to cut it right because of let it ride until you do something to change it. But it's also just going to prevent any kind of farming on the farm.
Okay.
It's just in the way too much.
All right. So am I looking at Ob 4 again, or is this lesser
Yes,
because
Ob
it's down?
4 still because it's still a large tree, but you get a advantage die because now it's in your backyard, so to say.
Cool.
Like it's very convenient to work on now.
I want to help. Now can I use my hatchet wise?
This definitely seems like hatchet wise would come into play.
Okay, good. Let's throw some hatchet wise behind that then.
Is the nice young lady who helped us before going to help us again?
Oh no, unless you want to pay her.
I have no resources and a test coming up, so I actually can't roll resources unless someone helps me who has resources.
I mean, I could pay her, but
I've done my good deed for the week. Now I need to make some money for the family. I love to help you, but sorry, unless you're willing to pay me, I have to try and sell these things. And she shows you like she has like different trinkets and different tools. You could actually buy another traveling gear or whatever it was you put down before from her.
yeah. So can I'm willing to pay her.
Okay.
I'm willing
to
to
do
pay
what?
her for this to help us.
Okay.
And I mean, yeah. I mean, I'll pay her.
All right. So she can only provide unskilled labor.
That's fine. That's all we need.
Okay. So yeah, unskilled labor I think would cost just obs 1.
Okay.
I would help, but
I understand.
You have no money at all.
0 resources.
Harsh.
1 for 1. There we go.
All right, yeah, she'll help. So
Good job.
you get a helping die from her.
And my resources go up.
Nice.
Oh, money bags over there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need help at the end of this game, probably when we have to make lifestyle.
Oh, that reminds me. We were supposed to start this session with lifestyle.
Oh, we can do that now. All right. Okay. So yeah. So do I get a die from that, or is it just gonna like shave off time? Because
No, you get a die.
Okay. Cool. All right. So now for forks. Tree wise again. I think probably carpentry based on what we're using this wood for.
Yeah.
I can see it going either way because we are technically trying to link this into a carpentry test, so it's a little iffy, but I don't know. It's your call.
What was the skill?
Skill is tree cutting, and the fork was carpentry. But
yeah,
that's what I'm.
I mean, carpentry, under tree cutting, it literally lists carpentry as one of the forks.
Okay.
I thought I already had said yes to that.
Idea. Okay, sorry.
I mean, you can use tree wise, obviously.
Yeah, I already got that one. The one that I was thinking that's maybe pushing it, because of the intent here, is about growing, maybe grain wise.
I think that's pushing it.
I think that's not.
I mean, it's a good try, but
I mean, you gotta try it. It's a tough op for me. All right, let's do it. 7 dice, ob 4. I can definitely hit this. No, I can't.
Oh no.
No, I super can't.
Wow, you super can't.
You super can't.
Ugh.
Yeah, so this tree, like you
this was as a link test into carpentry, right?
Yeah, so it's just gonna add a +1 ob.
Yeah,
but there's also a failure consequence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the failure is that it's this tree is just stuck here until you actually cut down. Like you can use parts of this tree to do the carpentry test, but the tree itself is still.
I'm
like,
imagining
the leftovers are still gonna block the farm.
I'm imagining it would be like the difference between having like nice, neat stacks of lumber that we can like move versus like we're like literally cutting boards from the tree essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like using up the tree like that, like part by part instead of breaking it all down first.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I think you break down, like you can break down what you need for the house, but you don't have time to break down the whole tree.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Um, I'm revealing how little I actually know about any of this process. I don't know if any of that what we're doing here makes sense, but that's okay. Um, Carpentry. Uh, do you have any plans that you want to tell me about here for this extra wing to your house?
Um, I mean, it's 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 so that we can I can have a whole family here, and I could have guests come over. Um, that sort of thing. Like, what are you what are you looking for here?
Some role play.
Oh, okay. That's dumb. Why would we do that? This is what? Okay. So yeah, then we got Ashlyn sitting, or like we've got some of the boards, right? And Ashlyn's like, and well, I hope we can add this on without opening up the house too much, because well, you know how Uncle Bish is, and I don't want it to get too cold there. So we you know I wanted a place where me and Rachel could have some time together, and be able to have more people come and visit.
Ned's just like nodding through this whole thing. I mean, he's maybe like sketching out some ideas. And yeah, let's build us a how an extension to your home.
Okay, so I want to help. Can I help with seduction?
Who you seducing?
My wife with my new house.
How's that going to help?
That's not gonna help. Like, this is how I want my love nest to look like, and
To build the house? I mean,
I mean, no. Okay, I had to try.
That was a good try.
that this time.
Can I help with mending?
Okay.
Okay.
So do we want to do this all in one, or do we want to break this down? How do you
I
wanna
want
do this?
I think we should just do it all in one.
Cool.
Okay.
It's gonna be +1 ob for the failed linked test.
Right. I mean, the other thing is that there's no obs for just building like things. It's kind of weird.
I mean, plenty of skills don't have listed obs. The lists are just to help give you an idea.
And there's
Right.
like the generic list in the back somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there is. Actually, it's like in the very beginning, I think.
It's at the very beginning.
Oh, the beginning, the back. It's it's inside of the book.
I know Crane does say when in doubt ob 3, but this feels like it would be harder than ob 3.
I think it's obs. Yeah, it's at least obs 4.
That's kind of what I was thinking as well.
And it also probably just takes a really long time. But I don't think it's harder than obs 4. You should be really skilled at it. Like, a normal person can't build a house.
I think for sure. You're probably right with the 4. I'm just trying to find this page now because I want to.
It's on page 15.
Oh, it's too far already in the book. I was on page 30. It's like, why isn't it here?
An act that requires expertise is obs 5. So it's probably that. Like, you need to know how to build a house.
Yeah, I could see 4 or 5. I'd be perfectly content with either. So I say just make the call and let's give it a whirl.
What are the conditions if you fail?
Carpentry accident.
I
Put a
mean,
nail right through my thumb.
I I already telegraphed one potential failure.
Oh, that's true. We build the house, but your
It
lover
like
hates it.
well, I was gonna say like while we're building the house, like the house becomes really drafty and Uncle Fish gets sick again.
I don't think you get sick, but I do think that like the house addition won't be airtight, so you really won't be able to use it for bedrooms.
Mm.
Zahn, if you fail, you have a big round hole in the roof.
It's perfectly round.
So like the weather can get in and animals can get in. It's going to be an iffy addition.
I meant to put a window in there, but then I forgot because we don't have windows. This glass is expensive. Anyway. Yeah, let's give it a try. I've got carpentry.
Okay.
You're helping with mending?
Yeah.
I've also got tree wise again, hopefully.
Yeah.
All right. I've got mending as well.
It'll probably help with mending. I mean, fork and mending.
Cool. I think that's gonna be about all I got on this, guys.
Okay.
All right. Oh shoot! So I'm looking at total out of 6 because of the +1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You wanna spend some Martha on this?
I think I might have to do something. Well, this is a difficult test with the forks I have. Yeah, let's give her the old college try. I'll spend the persona. It is my last persona though, so if I get shot, I'm gonna blame you for killing Ned. Face up 6. No, not even close.
Unfortunately. Yeah, so yeah,
Wow.
you build this house. But I mean they have roofs. But like I think there's like just huge gaps in the walls and the boards don't fit together and the floor. You know how you sit on the floor and it's really bouncy and you get worried walking on it?
Oh no.
Well, maybe we can use this for grain storage because I know at least part of the reason why Rachel wasn't staying here all the time was because she had to keep an eye on her grain or
Well, our
seeds.
grain
Remember,
silo.
I also said that animals can get in, and she doesn't like animals eating her
Yeah,
grains.
that might be a problem.
Also, grain silos need to be watertight, Kelsa, because
Well, they're not a grain silo like well, you know, holy shit. Sorry.
It's like a shed.
No, you're right. That's
It is kind of like a shed. You can store stuff here.
hold on, I'll show you all in just a second.
It's like a barn. You ever been to one of those barns that were made for drying wheat, and how you can just see through the walls? It's kind of weird.
This is what I was talking about.
Spider.
Spider is on my desk.
Oh no.
I mean, also this is like super zoomed in. Actually, that's a fantastic picture of a spider.
Like that's a really big spider.
No, actually, it's like
Is it going to eat your head? This is huge.
No, I just zoomed in on it a lot, and
Is that what was in the bush
Maybe.
from
I'm
before?
telling.
Huge giant spider. No, it's not actually nearly that big, but I'm actually really happy how that picture turned out of it. Okay,
So I
sorry.
think
Get distracted by
around when you're
spiders.
getting done building this, you see Jinx like trying to walk around with a hat you've never seen before.
Yeah. Yep. 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 He already had clothes. Now he has a hat.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Jinx can talk with you, but
No, no,
he's like
no.
really possessive of this hat.
Hmm. Maybe I should try to get a trait to talk to the monkey. Um. What's our next move here, Ashlyn?
Well, thank you so much for helping um with the addition, but
It didn't turn out very well.
it turned out all right. It
Eh,
well, anyway, um maybe um I don't know. What how's the like how's the wood situation like taking up all of my farm space right now?
It's still taking up a lot of space.
Oh. Maybe we can clear some of the spare wood out of the out of the fields so that I can get spring planting.
well, that means we got to go to the mines because we got to get the stronger axe. Because right now, when you hit this wood, it says your axe isn't strong enough. um,
So it's probably been a few weeks already, right? Like
yeah, it's probably been some time.
most
I don't.
people are, already planting, and it's probably had like the first melt festival that's come and gone.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I can't just throw another tree cutting test at it because I don't think the situation's really changed very
Not
much.
really, no.
That's why we need that
Um,
axe.
that axe. Okay.
I mean, even if you found the materials for a new axe, you would still have to have it forged, and that's not going to happen in a day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think new axe is the way to go here. I think maybe trying to recruit more help might be a better option.
Um.
Well, there is a sawmill in town.
I think maybe we can call in a favor, get some folks to help on this job here.
Why don't we? Okay. Maybe what are those boys called again? I already forgot.
The Jameson boys.
Yeah. Maybe the Jameson boys can help. They're
No,
always
no, no, no.
looking
We're
for.
gonna need professionals, I
Oh.
think, here, Ashwin.
Maybe um you used to be a logger around here, right? Do you still have friends in the among the woodcutters?
Well, I was never a logger, but I did work quite closely with them.
I don't know. I You left before I got here, and I've only got rumors of what happened.
I hear ya. No worries, no worries. But we should be able to rustle up someone I know. Yeah. So let's try to circles up uh someone who could have him and his crew come out and help me with this job here. I'm gonna get a
Yeah.
subcontractor.
Okay. Doo-doo-doo-doo. What are your settings?
I believe. Let's see here. Hunter. I believe I may have peasant, and village. But for finding laborers, peasant's not such a bad
Born
option.
peasant. I think this is all peasant.
Is Miller peasant or is it village? I think Miller is village.
Well, if it was village, you should have had a year lead time on that, but you don't. So that's why I was assuming it was still peasant.
A very good point.
That's why I was assuming it was still peasant.
Oh, brewer is where I was like saying that the city years came from, and I didn't add the lead because I didn't.
Right, because you don't have to
as I needed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So you want more help to cut it down?
I think that's the plan.
I did miss a year of lead time. I believe actually.
Oh no, that's okay.
Well, that's okay. Just use less of the time from your dreamer life path.
Oh, never mind. It's fine. It's in the peasant setting. You're right.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're peasant villager?
Peasant and village. No, peasant and city. But I need to find like people who have tree cutting and hauling labor type skills.
Yeah.
So.
I'm just checking one. I'm checking city now. Do. Yeah, all right. What you need is peasant. So it'll be. Yeah, I think it'll be abs 1 again.
Cool. Getting them circles tests. I doubt Ashlyn can help me with this, Ken.
I don't think so. I mean, other than like my trait. Like,
unless you got a peasant life path, I don't really see.
I just have the only my farmer dreamer life path.
All right.
So I don't think that'll count. So
in that case, does my reputation help me? My reputation with the folk of the town.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. 2 dice, ob 1. Let's do it. Yeah.
All right. So you managed to track down Jenica. She's one of the lumberjacks in the town. She and her sisters live a little bit south of the Sleepy Woods. Actually, pretty surprisingly close to where Estevan Ranch is. And they run a sawmill there. So you go over there, you talk to them. So Jenica is... what's she wearing? So I think she's wearing long pants and a long sleeve shirt and like a thick leather apron, and she's got like a double head axe and wearing like a nicely knitted cap. And she says, "Hey Ned, I didn't think I'd see you around here again. What brings you back?"
Ned just kind of shrugs. It's like, was needed. So, I'm gonna need some help clearing a tree.
You got a tree?
Oh yeah.
How big is this tree?
It's a big tree.
You got it cut down yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me and my sister, we can take care of that.
All right, I'm gonna be there to help you. I think Ashlyn might try to chip in as well.
You just want this tree gone?
Well, we can pay you in lumber, but I think for the amount of wood that we're going to be having, the labor's probably only worth about half the wood you take away, is what I'm thinking.
But we'll take the tree off your hands, and we'll keep the wood ourselves. How's that sound?
I don't feel like Ashlyn is here at this negotiation, so I'm not gonna make any suggestions.
Uh, Ned's just going to be like, I don't think so. You and your sister do good work, but you know I can hold my own. I'm going to be providing a lot of labor on my end. Ashlyn's not so bad. You might think she's useless. Not useless. You've gone up to that farm lately. It's in good condition. Half the wood. I'm looking maybe at like a haggling test, I think.
Sure. We do haggling.
Do not have skill.
You don't have haggling?
No. I have no social skills. I'm not don't have them.
Right. So
and I have really low will, so it's gonna be rough.
yeah. So haggling is versus test. Okay. I think Jenica has haggling.
She would. Jenica is a tough lady.
Yeah, you don't want to you don't want to arm wrestle her either.
Yes, I can imagine so.
You don't want to verbally nor physically wrestle with Jenica.
I'm not very good at either of those things, so yeah, she could probably outbrawl Ned if it came down to it.
Looks like she has a haggling of 3. So if you succeed, you'll get paid. Let's say 2 cash dice. If you fail, you'll have to pay 1 cash dice to get her to take it away.
Can I propose an alternate?
Sure.
Can I just propose that if I lose, we lose the wood, and if I win, we can roll dice or whatever in the future for it. But I have like a cache of wood that when I want to go make a carpentry test, I don't have to worry about it.
Basically, he's not saying that like they pay him for the other half of the wood, but that they leave half of the wood.
Right. Basically, the idea is like I cut down this big tree, you help me cut it down, and you take half the wood.
Okay, yeah. They'll give you wood worth 2 resources dice, I guess.
Okay, cool.
And
like if I had bought it if we had gone the route of trying to buy it from the guy buying up all the land kind of thing.
Yeah, if you fail, you're still gonna owe them some money.
That's fair. And I mean, maybe you wouldn't make this assumption, but Ashlyn's good for that. So
I mean, he saw you pay people, so like he assumes you have money.
I know, but like just being like, oh, and Ashlyn's gonna pay you, like, and Ashlyn's like, I'm gonna what?
Yeah, I don't know that that's really how Ned will do it. We'll find out. Hopefully we don't. Ned's gonna be really embarrassed if he ends up having to like actually have you pay these people.
Sure.
But we'll find out.
You get 1 success.
Let me switch back over here.
So yeah, she's like, wow, it sounds like you really need to get that wood gone.
I don't think
and we
I
could
can
get
really
it gone for you.
Can I do this? So I have a belief about doing things carefully, or an instinct about doing things carefully. My argument for how I like take my time and do this carefully is that Ned essentially just like stonewalls this conversation. He just like slow and steadily like refuses to give ground, and it's like basically he's like just like almost impossible to argue with. when it comes to it, and he's just like refusing to yield.
I hate that. That's super stubborn. Like,
Yeah, you can do that.
I
but
won't
think it'll
take no
upset
for an
them.
answer.
It's like they're like he's almost like it's like refusing to actually acknowledge their arguments. It's like not really like the nicest way to like go about a negotiation, I'm imagining. But it's like very like I'm being aggressive in that I will refuse to like talk and actually address the points that you're bringing up in your favor.
Jeez, that's the worst. That's the worst. Working customer service, I have to talk to those heads of people more often than I would prefer, because I'd prefer to have it be never. But I don't think that it's not really gonna be the way it goes. So
Fair enough. Fair enough. What do you think, Golden? Are you buying it?
Yeah, I'll buy it, but they're just going to be a little upset.
Yeah, I could definitely see this being like I'm kind of burning the bridge there a little bit.
A little bit.
All right. Let's see. I need 2 successes on 4 dice. Let's do it, gang.
nice, you did it.
Nice.
Look at that.
Do I have a 6? I
Yeah.
do.
Do you want to spend
Do
it?
I have fate? I do. Let's do it.
So I think Jenica says, all right. All right, we'll pay you. Man, it's like arguing with a brick wall. That I know that wood's worth something, but you could throw me a bone once in a while.
I'll help you out when they're bringing in the logs. You need help breaking something down. I owe you a favor.
All right. I'll get my sister. We'll be over tomorrow.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Ashlyn will appreciate it as well. So will the old man. And yeah, Ned heads on down the road to tell Ashlyn the good news. They're still getting half a tree of wood. They're still making out like kings.
Oh yeah, that's a big tree. Oh, actually,
cool.
It's not her sister; it's her brother. Oh.
I started learning haggling though, which is a good skill to have. I would say.
I got the pronouns mixed up. What is a non-binary pronoun for sister or brother anyway?
Sibling.
Sibling.
Sublime.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sublime
I guess
is
I don't
different.
have anything else.
Sublime siblings might be nice.
So yeah, Jonica could have bring 2 siblings to help.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so they show up the next day. Is there anything else you want to do this day?
I mean, I'd said I would help cut up this tree. The rest of the day, do you want to taste wines with Ned, Ashlyn?
Sure, that sounds like fun.
I don't know. I don't know what else you have to do. I feel like I'm kind of taking up a lot of scenes.
I mean,
your beliefs are kind of in play here as well.
I mean, well, one of my beliefs is do stuff with Ned so he's my friend.
Okay.
So,
yeah. So
I think like, that falls under that. So what like is this like at the farm?
Yeah. So I imagine like
where has Ned been staying?
I think he's just been staying at whatever job site he's been working at.
Gotcha.
So like when he was working on Esteban's house, I think he was like staying there with Esteban.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And now that he's been like building here, he's probably just been staying here. He still probably has a sleeping role. I mean, he didn't have to get rid of absolutely everything, Golden said, unless he wants to be harsher than I had imagined when he was saying that I had to unpack some stuff to put the wine in.
Okay, I was just curious.
But,
Yeah, I mean,
no.
you've got
Stradlinger is gone. But
Okay, fine.
You've got a rug by the fire. It's fine.
Yeah, and we've got plenty of wood, so.
Cool. Well, let's take a break and then come back to drinking wine together.
yeah,
That sounds like a fun scene.
Yes.
for magic wine time.
Where's
Ideas.
this button?